Phantom Surge is a new melee for Void Hunter that was introduced in the Monument of Triumph, and it says, dash forward, slashing combatants as you pass through them. Deal significantly increased damage to Void debuff targets or targets marked by On the Prowl. Generate Void Overshield for each combatant hit. Defeating at least one combatant grants additional Overshield and refunds melee ability energy. So looking at this in game, there is a lot to go through. First of all, we deal increased damage with the melee against Void debuff targets, so that's an enemy that's weakened, volatile, or suppressed. We can easily test this using a suppressor grenade. Without any debuff, the melee with our melee stat deals 609 damage. When the enemy is suppressed, that becomes 1217 damage. That is essentially double the damage when the enemy is Void debuffed, which they can be with very little effort. Now for each target we hit, we get what looks to be about 22 or 23% of our shield health bar as a Void Overshield. And when we defeat a target with Phantom Surge, we simply get max Overshield. As a reminder, Void Overshield gives us 70% damage resistance. This gives some survivability when we use a melee, which is always welcome. The final part of Phantom Surge to go over is the melee refunded on final blows. This appears to be about 60 to 70% of your melee when you have 100 melee stat, but the melee refunded is the same no matter how many final blows you get in a single melee, so you will never refund your melee in full just by using the melee without anything to help it out. That is okay though, because the Void Hunter kit and various exotics and artifacts can make up for that. That's the video done and Phantom Surge explained. As always, thank you for watching, have a great day.